Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate. Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your never humble host, Eric Sizemore, filled with unquenchable rage and still not sure that this show is the best way to cope with it. Joined by my beautiful co-host from South Canada, Quiet Michael.
Hey Eric, I don't feel any rage.
And coming in from the left coast, Brain Damage.
I definitely feel rage. I feel rage.
And we're going to have some really funny memes and coping skills after a patented, trademarked, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every show that usually gives me a great deal of trouble, and yet I still feel the need to do it because it's in the contract. You know it. You love it. I'm talking about the depressing news.
Yeah, we're number one.
And are you like, that's really slow? Yeah, because I usually play it on double speed. It's been a shit show. As we all know, LA has been invaded, and the Battle of LA is not as cool as that Alien movie. That was more fun. It's been just sad. And friend of the show, Jackie Kashian, posted a wonderful truck, a taco truck, but it had like Tejano music playing out of it. It was just like the LA riots in quotes. Because there's nothing happening, but they are provoking martial law. In fact, they've already stepped it up a notch. U.S. Marines have now arrived in L.A. on Trump's orders as the immigration protests persist. And as I understand it, they don't have like places to stay. They didn't have enough food. There were National Guardsmen like sleeping on concrete floors. So really looking out for the troops and whatnot. Luckily for us, the greatest thing that has ever happened in the history of going upstairs, Trump finally stumbled down the stairs, and it was the Trump, found around the world. Friend of the show, Clyde, said Elon Musk turned on his vibrator. I don't know if you've seen those things on Glow Fuck Yourself, but they've got remote controls. Which says Donald Trump trips while boarding Air Force One. Now, several people did comment that it would have been funnier if it had been a full-on backwards fall with a bloopity bloop 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 like a slinky. And while I do think that would have been hilarious, I'll take it. I will take anything. This is great. So there we go. In other news, if you're looking for a new way to freshen up orally, KFC has released fried chicken flavored toothpaste. Because we are clearly in the stupidest timeline. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But this segment is brought to you by Taco Bell. Representative Eric Swalwell played this little GIF of the tangerine toddler stumbling up the stairs, and it says, "This meme is everywhere. Let's be kinder to each other. Making fun of an almost 80-year-old falling on the stairs has no place in our politics." Taco Bell. Freaking worked. So I threw some Greta Thunberg and Fatboy Slim remix into the mix tonight because Greta Thunberg has been deported, Israel says, after her aid boat was intercepted and they seized it. I don't know. She looks about as angry as she usually does, which right now I respect that so much. Thank you for being furious with me. Anyway, so yeah, they turned away some food and aid because, I don't know, they're awful and things are bad over there. So I did want to pass along some good news, and then I keep losing it. I don't know what's happening. I'm losing all my marbles. That's what's happening. Because I just can't even. I've downloaded this thing 14 times, I swear, and then somehow I've misplaced it. Usually I like to close. Well, I don't know. I want to talk about some other stuff. Did you guys? I want to do this news. Did you? You're killing me. Did you? That's a dick move, brother. Did you guys see that Elon Musk has installed a transmitter on the White House? That Starlink is up there. and it is broadcasting something. And unlike all the other things in the White House where you need like I don't know, retinal scan and 16 passwords, this one's pretty open. I think the password is password. So anybody out there that's pinging the White House Wi-Fi Starlink system, das vidanya, comrade. I don't know what to say. It's freaking killing me here. Nobody's talking about it. So there's that uh, weirdo internet connection there. There's this crazy company called Palantir that's sucking up all of our data. That's another. That seems bad. Seems very bad. They're like, because I don't feel like anybody puts together a master database named after an evil orb from, Lord of the Rings. I don't think you do that, unless you're evil. I got no more benefit of the doubt for these tech bros. So anyway, we always like to end these torturous news sessions with a heartwarming animal story, and boy, am I happy! These glowing axolotls, official mascot of the show, one of many, may hold the secret to human limb regrowth. Think about that. The human body might be able to regrow a severed arm or a limb, and scientists are looking at these glowing
I've never seen one do
axolotls.
that yet, Eric.
Well, these guys are experts at regeneration, and the scientists are studying it. They're going to have human beings growing back limbs. But my question is, I got a good one, but I want a bigger one. Can it do that? That has been the news, everything worthy of reporting, I think. Let's see, for June 10th, 2025. Still sounds like sci-fi to me. Gotta admit. Handing it off to my beautiful co-host Michael for a delightful round one.
Okay. Here comes my delightful round one. This is a picture of Frog and Toad, and they're walking up a hill. They got a kite, and it says, "If you're opposed to gay marriage, you can simply say no when a gay person proposes to you."
Yeah, right.
Big deal
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Nolan at
No.
Anxious Deluxe. He says, "This tweet has changed me. This is scripture." And then you see he's retweeted Orbeez God, who says, "Almonds is wood."
That's cool. And I love almonds.
This is that guy Pedro Pascal that everybody loves.
Oh
And
yeah.
I've noticed that, never mind. Anyway, everybody loves Pedro Pascal, and I've never given a shit about him
Mm.
until I saw this. This is a picture of Pedro Pascal wearing a Suicidal Tendencies shirt.
Mm.
And here's a direct quote from him. It says, as a kid, I fell in love with punk culture, and then I was very active in the hardcore scene. Suicidal Tendencies is my favorite band. And even though I no longer actively participate, I financially support the CNA, Food Not Bombs, and the Wobblies in my town. The
Oh my
press
God.
says I'm progressive, and there may be some truth to it, but my heart will always be an anarchist.
Okay, I love this guy. That's Tyler. Dude, you said wobblies. Anything that makes people Google wobblies makes me.
IWW listeners,
I was a member of the IWW for 2 years, so
it's
kind of
awesome.
my bribe. Yeah. Yep.
This is our good friend Trash Can Paul. Listen, he's keeping it nasty. Here we have a picture of a beach, and it says, "A good day. Peanuts equals jorked. Pants equal sharted. Tummy equals rubbed. Deborah equals left."
Oh my God.
So long, Deborah. Admin other account at 64-bit VO. We don't fucking know where we stole this from. It just says, "This is my favorite lobotomy before and after picture ever. I would get one if I saw this on the news."
Oh God.
And on the left, we have a guy with glasses who looks kind of like a nerd. And on the right, same guy, shaved head, smoking a cigar, no glasses.
He looks mob cool. Looks Chicago
He
mob
does look like a
cool.
mobster. I don't know how many I have left, but we're getting to the end. This is from our good friends, Eric's former employer, The Onion.
Hey.
Before Eric left in disgrace.
Yeah.
We have a picture of a man here. He looks greasy, slimy, and it says Christian pornographer refuses to film sex tape for gay couple. And my last meme for this round comes to us, and it's two-panel cartoon, and it says, "Dear future me, I'm so proud of you. I know you will accomplish great things." And we see a little character writing a note. And then the very same picture, but this time the note says, "Dear past me, today I ate an entire pizza alone and shit my pants. This is not what we planned." And that's all I have for round one, kicking it over to brain damage.
All right. This new system always confuses me. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Did I get it? All right. I think I got it. Somebody named
Yeah.
American Memory Lane has a cartoon, and here we see a therapist's office, and on the couch sits an alligator with his basketball shorts, and he says, "Everybody says it, but nobody actually wants to see me later." And on that note, somebody named Amber Phillips Ashworth posts a picture of an actual alligator sitting next to a lake with his mouth open, looking kind of gruff. And he says, "Did you know alligators can live up to 70 years? Which is why there's an increased chance they actually will see you later." Plot twist, Eric.
I love it.
Somebody named Sliviaplot.core. I didn't know the made.core. Says, "What I bring to the table." And here we have a 6 panel. The first one is a goldfish boat, says weird knowledge. And we have some kind of ceramic cat looking at its butt, says an extensive collection of vintage knickknacks. A picture of some people playing, it says childlike wonder and curiosity. A 90 CD holder, and it says solid taste in music. Shout out to my daughter who has a love bubble right there. And then we have some weird lady in like a pink robe type of, yeah, and some kind of charm, and it says outfits that raise questions and eyebrows, and then some kind of jester fluffy thingamajig that just says funny memes. And yeah, that is quite accurate. Here we have Misty Fields that says, "Well played, horse, well played." And it says then, and it shows a horse and a carriage with the horse, the carriage is tied to the horse, and it says now, and you see that horse is chilling inside of like an RV carriage that attaches
trailer.
to someone's truck. Yeah, the trailer.
I never thought about that.
Well played.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Then we got Swedish Fish that says Swedish is a spectrum. And there's a line that points that Swedish Fish is on one side and Swedish meatballs is on the other side of that spectrum. They're both delicious. Bloke Psychology at Bloke Psychology. I don't know why they had to at themselves, but it says if you flip a photo of bats hanging upside down, they look like they're having a wicked dance off. And you see 3 bats.
Yup.
And with their arms up, one's got his legs crossed, and it does look like these guys are b-boying out, battling each other.
Dude,
Throw
I've
it
seen
down,
videos.
homie.
I've seen videos set to Bela Lugosi's Dead, and it's perfect. Goth Club.
Here we've got UFS.Inc. I can't read the name. Wangland? I don't know, but he did it on 312. I like his squirrel. But here we have a washing machine and a laundry basket. And the laundry basket is saying, "You spin me right round, baby, right round." And the laundry machine says, "Stop it!" We've got those 4 weird stones with the looking sound, and it says, "4 of my toes watching the little toe take a coffee table leg to the face." Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. We miss you, Titty. Club Tortugo just has a cartoon of some kind of mashup, whether we have the Ninja Turtles Krang with his gigantic body, but Pinky and the Brain has taken over that gigantic body, and they threw Krang's brain out. It looks like somebody named Silva Nyart is the one who drew it. And yeah, I got my nickname because me and my nephew were Pinky and the Brain growing up. So one day he yelled at us, "Yo, can't be calling me Pinky in front of the girls, man." It's Cajun Comedy Time has a AI picture of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Triceratops, and the Tyrannosaurus asks the Triceratops, "What happens when a microscope crashes into a telescope?" Triceratops says, "What? They kaleidoscope." Somebody named
Oh,
Azad Channel has a picture of somebody who's it's just this man's face, but the way his hair is cut is so
it,
perfectly square, and his beard is perfectly square, and it says,
dude.
"Barber, what kind of cut you want?" Guy, you ever played Minecraft? Say no more, fam. Say no more. And yeah, that dude's that is amazingly cut to precise. Like you need lasers to cut that so precise. Okay, we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna talk about it. This was the last one for me and Edward DeLund and MMA Curiosity with lowkickmma.com has a picture that says Happy Pride Month. It is Pride Month.
Happy
And shouts
Pride.
out to the Pride community. But the thing is, I miss Pride so much because back in my day, when the UFC got banned from America, they came out with an organization called Pride in Japan, and it had the best mixed martial arts. And we have Fedor Emelianenko, one of the GOATs, Mirko Cro Cop, Wanderlei Silva, Rampage Jackson, Kazushi Sakuraba, Dan Henderson, all kinds of people in the background. I'm not going to bore you with all their names, but yes, happy Pride Month. And pride never dies. Handing it off to you, Eric.
Bro, that's awesome. That's the best plug too. I always forget to make mention of pride and whatnot. You know, I try, but what can I say? Um, uh, yeah, gearing up for my wholesome round. Brought to you by Taco Fell. Taco Fell. Oh man, it's gonna be funnier in post when I put the bong in there when it goes bong.
Yeah.
All right. Kicking off the wholesome round with ostensibly all wholesome memes, but you did sign terms and conditions when you came in here, so you know it's not binding. Kicking things off with this from Kajuno reposting this from Chelsea Cretan. And Chelsea Cretan looks to be this pretty fabo punker. She's got really, really big septum ring, incredible eyeshadow. I think those eyebrows are probably painted on, but it's a quality job. Very spiky, sort of a faux hawk, a little bit like a double road faux hawk. I mean, really tasteful. And I see like coloration, you know, on the ends of the things. There's a lot of intention here. A lot of spikes in the metal jacket. And she looks like she's got skeleton bone like gloves, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, best I can do there. Um, Chelsea says, I will never get over when a pair of parents told me they had thought that I was some nightmare vision their kid was having. As a little girl lives a few blocks away from me, she's always playing alone in the yard. When I'm walking to or from work, she always waves hello, and I wave back. Cue to me on my smoke break at work, and she comes bounding out of a car that just pulled up in the parking lot going, See, I told you she was real. The parents exchanged looks, a laugh, and explained to me they thought she was making up a terrifying imaginary friend or was possessed because she would always talk about her friend that they never see with red eyes, my makeup, and horns, my bihawk, and spikes all over my jacket. My greatest achievement was becoming a cryptid to this family. Yeah, miss you, TD. I think that's my cryptid fan right there. All right, moving on. Uh, Here we have in classical study memes for Hellenistic teens a Venn diagram with two circles. We have the circle of Sisyphus and Drive Time DJs. And in the overlap, it says, bringing you the same great classic rock night after night. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Here we have a picture, I think, from the Black Adder with the character who's dressed as a Nazi, and it says, Roman soldiers, after crucifying 6,000 slaves along the Appian Way just for trying to fight for their freedom, and the Nazis saying, Are we the baddies? Guess you had to see that show. Okay. This one's for Michael. Philip Ford, all-star contributor over there in anti-QAnon memes, has posted this picture just in from Ukraine. And we have a truck, but on the side it has like those kill stickers they put on airplanes, and it's, I don't know, about 27 bombers, about 3 jet aircraft, a few drones. It's pretty, I don't know, spoke to me. I kind of liked it. Thank you, poster Richard Custardbath. What a name you have, Mr. Custardbath. Here we have a black and white photo of some crowds at the protests in LA, holding up a flag and a sign that says, "Y'all don't look for missing kids this hard."
True.
I was like, snap. Here we have a political cartoon from the Las Vegas Review Journal for the Washington Post by Ramirez. And we see a tank labeled U.S. Marines. And one of the soldiers is saying, "What's our mission? Terrorists? ISIS? Cartel members? Russia? China?" And the gentleman is saying, "Los Angeles, garment workers, bus boys, maids, kitchen staff, handyman." I was posted in Fight for a Union, and I liked it quite a bit. So clap for Ramirez there. And finally, from friend of the show, Dan Hughes, we have a picture of a photocopier that somebody has just slathered a bunch of spaghetti and sauce all over. And it says, "Back in the olden days before cell phones, this is how we had to take pictures of our lunch." True. This is a true fact. And that wraps up my wholesome round one. Handing it back to you, Quiet Mike, for an interstitial round. Duh.
Here we go, round two. Kicking off round two, the ostensibly second round. We have a cycle. In the middle is Henry Kissinger. The cycle starts like this. I meet a girl. She realizes I'm Henry Kissinger. She leaves. I airstrike her house.
Oh my God.
And then I meet another girl, and the
Oh my God. Dude,
tale as old as the
they
tale
used,
as old as Henry Kissinger.
they used to say, man, the worst thing your country could hear is Henry Kissinger is going to pay a visit. Because, like, there was a string of, like, eight places where he just, like, flew to, and then they got the crap going on.
Yeah, thing is, I don't think it's just the girls that he met that he ended up airstriking.
Very true.
Punk.
Here we have a picture of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
And it says, "Yeah, I'm into NFTs. Ninja fucking Turtles." Brandon LT at I5BLT. He says, "That sound when you close the cupboard and hear something fall inside, that's the sound of somebody else's problem."
That's news you can use.
Oh, man.
FP and Anon says, "Intern attended his first town hall today, and I found this sitting on his desk after." And we see some notes on a legal pad. It's pretty quick. It says efficiency. Then on another line, it says culture. And it says invest in people and training.
Oh, God.
So glad you were there, intern. So Brand is responding here to Jess. Jess says, "Can't wait till I have my own house and can do it up perfectly and exactly how I want it." Brand says, "Then realize one pillow costs 20 euro. That is too real. I got two more. Eric, would you read this one for me?
Oh my God, yes. People with ADHD be like, "I know a spot," and then start Googling who the leader of Uruguay was in 1978. Too real. Ouch.
And finally, for round two, the ostensibly second round, we have a picture of two ICE agents wearing masks, and we see a man with a hood over his head, and he's tied to a chair. And the Onion reports, ICE releases Gavin Newsom beheading video.
Oh God.
because they're terrorists.
Yeah.
That's all I got for round 2. Kicking it over to Brain. Keeping it light.
All right.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I got all this whole rounds meme from a meme dump called Memosaurus Rex, but this one is stamped. Facebook, shut up, I'm still talking. So we'll give them credit. And Mark Galvin posted a picture of Wile E. Coyote, and it says, "Why, yes, I am crazy. All the best people are." Yeah. And then Brandon Ingersoll says personal favorite. And this is just like a street sign that says, "Am I an asshole? Yes. Am I striving to be a better person every day? No." Softy Mead is a picture of Yoda, actual Yoda, not the baby Grogu again. Racist, I am not. Hate everyone equally, I do. Assholes of many colors there are. This guy's just speaking the truth.
Sure. I'm with
Softy Meat again has a picture of a bunch of soccer moms pushing a bunch of strollers. And it says, if she can push a baby stroller, she can push a lawnmower. Take the weekend off, Kings. And then somebody named Rex Rail has a picture of Jesus sitting next to that one kid from The Simpsons. Do you know this guy's name?
Ralphie.
Ralphie. All right. And it says, when you die, and Jesus shows you a list of all the memes you like. Chuckles. I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Patrick Lighting posts a two double picture of him giving his girl a piggyback ride. It says, my girl wanted a piggyback ride picture on the beach, and then a random biker watching sunset said he wanted one too. And there's a picture of him holding up some random biker with a piggyback ride. And that smile on Patrick's face is bigger than the bikers and his girlfriends combined. That dude is way too excited to give this biker. And he's got no shoes on. Why are you at the beach with no shoes, sir? No slippers, nothing. All right, I'm gonna move on.
I'm gonna steal this bit.
Yeah, that picture was awesome though. Brandon Ingersoll again has a picture of Grover with a blank sheet of paper, and it says Grover shows a picture of who the fuck asked? Blank sheet of paper there. All right. This one is 8 panel, I guess. And here we have somebody from the tower says, come help, I've been locked in this tower for like ever. And then this guy on the horse, he comes through, I'll save you, my lady. He's a knight. He's running up the stairs. He's running up. He gets to the top. Oh, never mind. I changed my mind. Go away. And he's like, ah. He gets down. Oh, no. His horse is on cinder blocks. And he has to carry the horse home. I hate this neighborhood. That was a setup. And we have somebody whispering in somebody's ear, and it says, crush. Show me what those fingers can do. And then the second panel, we have 2 hands with dinosaur fingers all over the fingers.
Okay, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, it is. I want those things.
I do too.
Kevin Ney says, good morning. I got you these. And it's a AI cartoon picture of someone holding a bouquet of middle finger flowers. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Middle finger flowers. Yes, the birds. I like that.
I would buy that. If you could get those, I would buy those.
Right. And then I think this one might be the last one for me. Rex Rail has the 2 panel with the scenario with the trolley coming, and then you're going to change the switch. There's 4-5 people laying on one side and 1 person laying on the other side. And it says therapist. What would you do in this scenario? And on the second panel, we have a little girl drawing lines that connects those 2 lanes, and it says me solved. Now you get to run everybody over. Yay! Handed it off to you, Eric.
Dude, that's
ostensibly or contingently. I don't know what the fuck this round is called.
This is the irascibly irradiated round, interstitially and ostensibly second.
Allegedly,
our attorneys make us say. God rest her soul, Emma. Okay, so here we see a cartoon. I'll find out the author here in a second. It's a cartoon of obviously some kind of MAGA person. They're wearing a red hat. He's got a red T-shirt that says "Fuck Biden" on it. Got all kinds of buttons there. Woke is evil. God hates pride. Carried an M16 with an American flag sticker on it, just in case you forget where the gun's from. And he is freaking out, pointing at the LGBTQ. Man, there's a lot of letters. I'm gonna miss some letters, so let's just say a multicolored rainbow flag that encompasses everybody. The elephant is shocked and staring at it, and he says, "But what if a child sees this?" He's got a button that says "Ban trans." Button says "Love it or leave it." Got a bunch of douchey buttons. Anyway, there we go. Happy Pride. Moving on. Joe Weisenthal at the Stalwart said, an account with 184 followers achieved de-escalation between two of the world's most powerful people in the world today because the Trump Musk feud was going back and forth. And somebody's like, I'm going to begin decommissioning my Dragon spacecraft immediately, which, like, you all heard that as like, I'm going to take my ball and go home, right? Just spoiled little punk. And this guy with 186 followers, I think his name was like Alaska, was just like, hey man, chill out. And he's like, you're right. I won't decommission the Dragon.
Yeah.
Like, what drug makes you do that? Where you just like go, okay. Anyway, Alaska, yeah, it's a shame this back and forth. You're both better than this. Cool off and take a step back for a couple days. Elon's like, good advice. Anyway, okay, we won't decommission Dragon. I just mind blown. The dumpling of your dreams over there at dumplingq.bsky.social. Oh my God. Says saw Elon and Trump pissing on each other, described as the first messy breakup of pride, and laughed and laughed. And I said, I got quite a bit of traction for that too. Father Nathan Monk chimed in saying, all I can say to Muskrat is, you get what you pay for. Shrug emoji. That was really good. James Fell, the dirty historian, said, so juicy, I'm waiting for Taylor Swift to write a song about it. It's good stuff. Sharon Griffin has this repost from Anna Hughes with a picture of Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, and it says, this is like Drake and Kendrick Lamar, but they're both Drake. A lot of people asking, so who's going to get custody of JD Vance? Will it be an every other weekend thing, or the account holds Dems accountable at Push Dems Left? Good advice. Says making JD Vance correct about something is unforgivable. JD Vance, blue check, said we have the lamest opposition in American history. And Andrew Solon has said, news you can use, the DNC is serving free tacos outside the RNC building on Capitol Hill from 12 to 2 today as a play on the Trump always chickens out slogan. And we see the familiar squinting, furious, bald man saying, heartbreaking, the worst person you know just made a great point. Mm-hmm. We have the lamest opposition in American history. I liked it better when Hakeem Jeffries said they had no leverage. Now they're serving tacos. I don't know. Friend of the show, Steve Crutrell. Hey, Steve, keep all the cards and letters coming, man. And the muffins were delicious. He's got this picture of a woman with a tattoo of a couple of scissors kind of intertwining, sort of. And it is captioned, my daughter got this matching tattoo today with her best friend. She said something about how they're both crafty and her best friend wants to be a hairstylist. But honestly, do any of you other moms know if this is a devil symbol or anything? I just want to protect my little girl from Satan. Hashtag WAP. W-A-P. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, I thought it was funny. Happy Pride.
I'm not going to tell you.
No? Okay. I want to listen to Scissor Sisters now. This one was my second to the most post with the most. I just captioned it, GOP daddy and daddy are fighting. and as Elon Musk saying, time to drop the really big bomb. Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Which is hilarious because, like, didn't we all know that? We all knew that. Like, aren't they both in there? I don't know. Very weird. Anyway, I posted it, but the thing that got the most traction was I said, well, maybe it's just me, but Republicans having two daddies seems kind of woke. And finally, we have a picture of Elon and Trumper as Dr. Evil and Mini-Me from Goldfinger. And John Chambers Stealing has captioned it. They already had the Christmas card pictures taken. What a waste. Money down the drain. And that has been my ostensibly interstitial and irradiated round 2. Handing it back to you, Quiet Michael.
Cool. Round 3, here we go. The penultimate round.
Ah, yes.
So just let that sink in.
True. True.
Don't know where I got it from. It's a picture of a fucked up looking sandwich. It's like neon and like gross looking peanut butter. It's obviously AI
Yeah.
generated, but it says, "Babe, are you okay? You barely touched your peanut butter and jellyfish sandwich."
Best use of AI yet.
I don't know.
That's, it
This
was
is a picture of cowboy boots, but they're on quads like roller skates. And it just says, "These boots are made for scooting." Listen, let me tell you something. If I'd had these growing up, Rogers, Arkansas, shit.
Yep.
I
I'd
don't
have
even know.
I'd have done it.
This is from Dad Talk today, and it's well, it says it's hot out. Enjoy a nice cold pork and bean sickle. And
Jesus.
it's just frozen pork and beans. It's fucking gross. Moving on. Matthew Brossard. He lobbed this grenade into the cyberspace, and it says podcasts were invented as an excuse for two straight dudes to go on a date.
I like it.
Fucking whatever.
We invited 3 dudes.
Yeah, yeah.
Way better.
We've had lots of dudes here.
A lot of dudes.
Moving on. This is
I love you, Michael.
well, it's a Dickilodocus is what it is.
Ah.
It's kind of weird having this one right after that last one, so we're moving on. Here we have
Couldn't describe it, could you?
this is the coolest fucking coffee table I've ever seen in my life is what this is.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's Beavis and Butthead on their backs, like pressed up against the glass, and the glass is the top of the table. It's not really funny, but it is really cool. Here's another couple dinosaurs. This is a T-Rex yelling at a Brontosaurus, and he says, "What up, dick neck?" I don't even, oh, I know where I'm at. This is something I actually found in the wild. Brain, will you help me out? Read to me the very last question on this is a real Trivial Pursuit game I read right before I went to the St. Paul Saints game here in St. Paul, minor league baseball team. Go ahead, Brain. Read that bottom one.
The last one is an orange circle that says WC, and it says, "What's known in China as ping pong?"
Nope. Yeah, ping pong. Yeah. And
Ping pong.
I'm pretty sure P-A-N-G is pronounced pong. I think ping pong is ping pong. Anyway, I had a good laugh at it. And that's all I have for round 3. The penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Time check. It's 10 p.m. And I'm jumping the line, boys. My post with the most comes from Hannah Montana, the movie.
Wow.
There's a picture. It's a house listing. And she says, finally, found a house for the real shitters. And you see, this looks like a regular suburban home. It says 3 beds, 22 baths. For y'all real shitters out there. And that's all I have this week. Kicking it over to Brain Damage. Love you, boys. Love you, George.
Night, bro.
Have a good one. All right.
Great date, by the way. 10 out of 10. Would definitely go out again.
This fucking guy.
Starting off round 3. My homie comedian Uriah Hawk has posted somebody named Jim Music, and it is a picture of somebody with a Mexican flag and all the agents in riot gear, and says, "Just so I understand, Mexican Americans protest in Los Angeles. There are no reported deaths, and it's a riot." And here in the second panel, we have a picture of the White House on January 6th. It says, "But a bunch of MAGA attacked the Capitol building. Police officers die, and it's a peaceful protest." Is that correct?
Yep.
Hmm. And then here we have Riley, another comedian homie of mine, posted Liberty Minds. And it says, "The American flag stands for," and we have a picture of the American flag with its red and white stripes and its blue and white stars. And it says, "Red, war on terror. White, war on drugs. Blue, mass surveillance. Green, freedom." That green, though. That
Hmm.
green.
Hmm.
There's no green. Okay.
That's a good point.
Rexy Rocker, another awesome homie comedian of mine. But here we just have a picture of we have two lobsters fighting, and we have three people betting on it. One's like screaming, she's standing up above the other two, and she's labeled liberals, and then the one in the middle is labeled leftists, and then the one on the right is labeled centralists, which I don't know how the fuck that works, but whatever.
Dude, send me
And
that
the
one.
two lobsters are labeled Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and I'm not very smart on politics, but I think those two guys are feuding right now, or that's what all my
Yep.
algorithms seem to be. Oh,
Uh,
another comedian homie of mine, the awesome Mean Dave,
yeah, I
posted
mean, Dave, how you doing,
the
buddy?
benefits of MAGA. I seen him yesterday. Benefits of MAGA, and here we have a pie
Pie
graph.
chart.
Almost called it a Venn diagram, but it
Mm.
is a pie graph. The Venn diagram needs two of these, and the biggest slice is green. And then the other two are about even. It's like red and yellow, but purple is labeled. The benefits of MAGA is purple, being liked and respected. Light blue, Trump cares about you, and red, cheap groceries. Again, these
Uh,
entire pie graphs is made up of green, orange, and yellow. So again, nothing, no benefits there.
yeah.
This is oh man, I think it was something called, I forget who posted this one, but it says, "When someone calls you a snowflake, remind them that they're quoting Fight Club, a satire written by a gay man critiquing how male fragility leads to men's self-destruction." Yeah.
Mm. Nice.
And I think this is the last of my political stuff. I just wanted to fit in this round. This round is for
Ah!
you, Eric. Robert Wright posted, "Tyrants view educated citizens as their greatest enemy.
Yep.
Slaveholders stopped the enslaved from learning to read. Nazis burned books. Dictators censor media. And that's why Trump is attacking education, science, museums, and the arts to prevent us from learning. It's fascism 101. Yeah.
Yeah.
World we live in. All right, let's try to end this thing with a couple of funnies. Gen X Only posted, Thriller the Gorilla said, "Did parents in the 70s, 80s, and 90s really allow their kids to roam freely? Or is that just a portrayal seen in movies?" And Katie posted, "An underreported reason people are having fewer and fewer kids now. Now we're expected to watch them 24/7. At least in the summer, my mom got 10 plus hours a day free from me while I crawled around in ditches." This is actual truth. These are facts. Doug Ferrari, another awesome comedian, says, "Stupid is the new smart." And here we have an article that says, a guy says he was questioned on a plane for doing math during a flight. A woman sitting next to an Ivy League economist told flight crew she had security concerns about the man after seeing him write in a foreign script. It turned out to be a differential equation. And Tetraspace says, "Suspected of ties to algebra." Algebra. All
Oh
right.
my God.
Yeah. Here we
That's like
have
a math
facts.
and a pun joke.
Uh-huh. Facts, and somebody named Puha Emots BB and all those people posted, Puha posted, "I asked my boyfriend why he was slow to reply to my messages. Then he sent me this photo, and here we have just the number -4 to the power of 0. 4 to the power of 0. And Ben Phillips says, only legends will get this. And yeah, if you look at that -4 to the power of 0, that is a man taking a shit. Yes.
Oh my God.
Legendary. You did not know.
Wow.
And that's it for me for this round. Only leave my post with the most. What you got, Eric?
I am so thrilled with this last round. I'm very happy with it. It's disgusting and horrifying even for me. And you know, those are my favorite. uh, Kicking things off with anti-QAnon memes, super poster Terry Glenn. He's got this picture from Max Cohen, Max P. Cohen, of a bunch of Republicans, including Danielle Thune. I think it's Thune. Anyway, Thune's a weirdo, man. He's just, I don't know, he looks like a caricature villain. And it says, and he's a leader of in the government. It says, Thune says any government shutdown will be entirely of the Democrats' making. And Trey Eston says, being a Republican seems so fun because even when you're literally in charge of everything, nothing is ever your fault. Like, oh, yeah, that's true. Nothing. Annie Wu at Annie_Wu_22 says, if they fight it out, our country's Secretary of Education can oversee the match. It's Linda McMahon. The infighting has begun and it's awful but satisfying to watch. The out and abouter says, like watching the deadbeat dad next door and his piece of shit son who've been openly threatening you and your family for months when they start wailing on each other in their own driveway. Is what Canadians are saying. So yeah, keep it up, eh? Smack the shit out of each other, fucking boneheads. Oh, it's good. This post is ostensibly from Elon Musk with a blue check mark, and he's commenting to at real Donald Trump. He says, "You're so proud of the one-liners you wrote. It must be hard to talk shit with a dick in your throat." Elon Musk says, "Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out." I don't know if this is real or not. I don't care. I just really liked it. I thought it was funny. Elon Musk is about time to drop the really big bomb. And it says the bomb. And it shows a box of party snaps, snap and pops. And it says something everybody already knew. Time to drop the really big bomb. Yep. The ugly side of Tumblr, and if you're not following the ugly side of Tumblr, you should, because it's ugly, has a post from Ben_Jammin_H, who says, I was telling my German colleague about how my parents, who were living in Spain, kept having problems with eagles killing their chickens. Me, yeah, these eagles come down out of the mountains. They steal the chickens right out of the pen. And Frank says, An eagle? An eagle does this? Yeah, they have eagles over there. Mad, isn't it? Frank, an eagle is stealing the chickens. Yeah, they're predators, you know. Frank, they are predators? Yeah, and they fly down and kill the chickens and fly off with them. They fly. Wait a minute. Oh, I see. In German, eagle is, an eagle is a hedgehog. Flying hedgehog predators. I mean, you know, fun. I use this one a lot. This is just a standard two panel of Hank Hill talking to his son Bobby in the truck, and he's saying, "You know what's not cool, Bobby? Simping for billionaires on the internet." Commenting on it left and right, man, and it's lovely because a lot of these kids that are commenting with right wing pro garbage stuff, they don't even know what a simp is. Like, so you can say it right to their face and just goes whoosh right over their head. All right, about halfway through here, Bitchy Waiter says, I truly appreciate the shade that Texas Inn is throwing at this customer from 30 years ago. Bravo, well done. Janice Sparrow comments on Texas Inn, oh my God, horrible service. Haven't been in 30 years. Texas Inn says, Janice Sparrow, sorry to hear this. Do you remember the name of your server in 1995? If she still works here, I'm going to have a serious talk with her. So silly. Unhinged Goblin posting. Join them, at your own discretion. I don't know. I'm not telling you how to live your life. Post here from Sean Thornton with a variety of absolutely excellent stickers on the back of this car. We have a flying saucer with an alien shaking hands with Bigfoot, and it says butt stuff. A yellow triangle with the familiar no baby on board, except this says no baby on board, so please feel free to run into me. And the yellow bumper sticker that says, how am I driving? How does an engine even work? How can a loving God cause such agony? I liked it because it flew a little under the radar. They all look like stuff. It's pretty good.
No fun.
Moving on. Friend of the show and founding Zaddy. He has this post. Apparently, he's trying to learn some Espanol because he got handed this little translate this sentence, and the woman is saying, "Fumar cigarrillos es malismo." And he gets it again. Translate the sentence. Fumar cigarrillos es malismo. Malissimo. And I think this is a case of, when the algorithm is listening to you and throws ads at you because he, he needs to be told cigarettes are bad. Anyway, funny stuff for me. And finally, for this penultimate round, the best and worst of Twitter 2, John Rock, making his first appearance in the show, has a little conversation here with Mika at Miki Blinders, says, a piece of my Roomba broke off and it vacuumed it up. Self-sucking little freak. And he tags iRobot, says, please send me a new Roomba. Mine is a freak. iRobot responds, would you be so kind as to send me a picture of the robot's full bottom in order for me to be able to assist you further? And he says, oh, so you are a little freaky, huh? That wraps up my round 3 with a little freaky Roomba action. Brain, what you got?
All right. Here we go. Looks like, I posted this one on this day 9 years ago, but it wasn't this day. It was a few days ago. But my new motto in 2016, I posted, if you are normal, please get the hell away from me. I don't want to catch that shit from you. Yep.
Normies are boring.
Right.
And I gotta admit, I mean, I know it's superstitious, but I will avoid boring people like they might give it to me, like it might rub off.
But that one a little bit backfired because now some of these those politics on the other side, they're not exactly normal, but they're not the kind of weird that is fun.
More weirdness that's fun for the ultimate in the post with the most. Third round here, coming in with 818 views and 62 interactions. They are never, never, never getting back together. Throwing it out there for the Swifties, and they loved it. That was my post with the most, and I believe that brings to a close an entire episode of Facebook for the Blind, number 210 for June 10th, 2025. To the tens of millions of you out there listening, most of whom we don't know, but some millions we do. We love you. Mwah.
Woo! Love you, Beverly.
Love Beverly.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.